Good afternoon from Calgary. Hello, Canada. It's the Bombers and the Calgary Stampeders. Two angry teams with chips on their shoulder pads this week in Calgary, Alberta.
Well, much in common for these two teams, both coming off losses. A couple of quarterbacks from Eastern Washington. Matt Nichols, you see his record winless for his career as a starter against the Stampeders.
Go, Taylor.
Season high 23 completions last week, but not happy with the loss. Bo Levi Mitchell, also from Eastern Washington. Season high 4 touchdown passes last week, but on the losing end of a matchup with the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Dave Dickinson's Stampeders, 7-1. They have been magical at McMahon through the years. Mike O'Shea's Blue Bombers fall to 5-4. Saw their 3-game win streak losing to Ottawa last week and humbled by those Red Blacks. So away we go in McMahon today. Smoke wafting still in the area, not as bad as it has been over the last few weeks from those fires in BC. Afternoon ball game, family day here in Calgary. Away we go. Stampeders will get the ball first. Terry Williams on the return near the 25-yard line, and here comes the winningest quarterback in CFL history, and he's still active, Bo Levi Mitchell.
Yeah, he's piled up a lot of those wins, as you saw in the opening against these Winnipeg Blue Bombers. 9-1 career against this team, the team against which he made his first Canadian Football League start.
Microphone's up.
Rebel left, X slide, 562, Missouri, W crack, backside wide pass. On Atlanta, ready?
We'll hear a lot of the jargon and all of those signals today. You'll also hear cadence and
Atlanta, go!
Also some of the speakers in the helmets from the coordinators today. 4-man rush out of the backfield.
Let's go.
Back in the lineup for the Calgary Stampeders, missing the last 3 games with a hamstring pull, is Don Jackson, a 7-yard pickup right away.
It's got to be a leg tackle, otherwise you give them the first down. You all right?
Jackson, who proved to be a big play guy out of that backfield, as you said, returns at the running back position on that offensive line. Once again, going with the 3 international starters, as well as Canadian guards Shane Bergman and Brad Erdos.
Atlanta, go! 180, 180.
Second down and 3. Handed to Jackson again. He'll come close to the first down. A pushback there by Mo Leggett. And that Bomber defense has something to prove after giving up 44 to Ottawa last week. Diversity is Strength Week again. The campaign rolls into Calgary, where they honor their champions today. We'll hear more about that later.
Well, you get a look at that good stand from the Winnipeg Blue Bomber defense. Nickel linebacker Mo Leggett sticking his nose up in there.
Oh, they'll call it, even if you're trying to get off.
3rd and 1, so Rob Maver, the longtime punter for the Calgary Stampeders. Very quick 2 and out, something that the Calgary Stampeders don't do much of offensively. Bombers force it. Maver booms it. 45-yard kick where Kevin Fogg gathers it near his 33. They are downfield quickly.
It was close.
So Matt Nichols brings his offense out on the field. Last game heard the boos in Winnipeg rain down. Only he, but the Tiger Bomber offense.
Hey, 308, Starve. We got 8th left, 50 Haas. Hang tailback shoot on 1-1, ready?
Funny thing today, if he hears boos, it means he's doing good.
That's right.
Matt said that rolled off his shoulder and his back pretty quickly. Not concerned about that stuff. Quick blitz right away, picked up by the Bombers, and out of the backfield, Andrew Harris. So matching plays with the Stamps. They, out of the chute, go to their back, dumping it off, and you might see a lot of that. A couple of 2-way backs.
Hey, big Chris,
both sides.
And we'll take a quick look at this Winnipeg offense. Ryan Langford continues at slot in place of Weston Dressler. Jamarcus Hardrick is down at right tackle. Manasseh Foketi makes the start.
I knew it was man, though.
Chris Strevler comes in, short yardage situation. Second down and inches for the Bombers from their 45-yard line. Second and inches. Strevler is going to throw. And he goes over the top, and a great play by the Bombers is going to result in a touchdown. Ryan Langford scores. And you had an inkling watching the way that developed that the Bombers might go to the air on second and inches.
Well, you talk about a one-on-one, that's exactly what this was. Literally one receiver in the route, one defender in coverage. Everybody else is packed into the box. You know it's either quarterback sneak or he's got to throw. No one in the backfield. Ryan Langford's got essentially the entire field to get open working against Deontay Evans. He takes advantage of that space. 65 yards on the pass and run for the game's first score.
Langford, the second game of the season, third catch, filling in for Weston Dressler. Justin Medlock, 33 straight this season, 1-point converts from the 32-yard line. And Ryan Langford and the Bombers. Big play on second and inches. Find the end zone and strike first here in Calgary. Ryan Langford. First touchdown of 2018 from Chris Strevler, his 7th touchdown pass for the rookie quarterback.
And you're going to see as the last receiver comes in to get in the blocking pattern, it draws all the defenders in. So you're 11 on 11 in the box. And look at how now that leaves Ryan Langford and Deontay Evans with literally the entire field to get open. He can read that, presumably go whichever way he wants. He takes the easy throw coming across the middle, and the speedster Langford doesn't allow him to make up that corner, takes it to the house.
Rachel, what up, baby?
So a short yardage. Bombers take a shot, and it works out perfectly for them. Calgary team that normally doesn't give up points in the first quarter. Now Terry Williams. Good start for the Calgary Stampeders, who lead the CFL in starting points. And Bo Levi Mitchell, here's something that he has not experienced, is losing back-to-back games. It's only happened once. Will it happen again?
Obviously, this is
553 Louise, backside Honda.
part of the Stampeder mentality. Part of the culture is how you respond to adversity, and we'll see.
Atlanta.
Winnipeg has added to that adversity with an early score.
180, hut.
Start at the 37. Here comes that blitz again, and it was almost picked off. Drake Nevis was in on the play. Adam Bighill was coming, and an incomplete pass.
And as we look at that starting defense, one change up front, Brandon Bryant in at defensive tackle for Corey Johnson.
60 dot, V quick out, backside Ottawa, on Boston, ready?
Adam Bighill, arguably the best defensive player in the league thus far in 2018. Chris Randall, boundary corner, former Calgary Stampeder.
Second down and 10. Play to burn here. Bombers jumped. And the catch made near sideline. Tavares Daniels lays out for that. Looked like the Bombers had jumped. Our referee today
5-second over
is Andre Prue.
Yeah.
Offside. Winnipeg, number 54. A 5-yard penalty. It remains second down.
Rebel legs, D short, 61 firm, Seahawk, R wheel, backside Harley. On Atlanta, ready? Atlanta. Go! 180, hut!
Bo throws over the top. It's caught. Kamar Jordan, first down.
Make sure the guy's on the ground, you just touch him down. Don't dive on him.
Into Winnipeg territory. 14-yard pickup for the Stamps' leading receiver.
Keep an eye on Kamar Jordan. Number one guy working across the middle. Just beyond the outstretched hand of Big Hill.
39 pitch, backside hit, screen to wide. On Atlanta, ready? 39.
Watch more Kamar Jordan today. He's been the biggest deep threat for the Stamps, too. Leads the CFL in 30-yard strikes plus. We'll pitch it out to Jackson. Gets to the line of scrimmage. And that's about it. May have even lost. And now some tempers. Jackson and Javon Santos Knox, grill to grill.
Two guys you can anticipate will see a lot of each other in the course of this day. Santos Knox second on this Winnipeg team.
All right, rebel right,
Tackles
W
behind Adam Big Hill.
Deep cuff, W wheel, backside cross city. On Atlanta, ready? Watch the blitz, front
So
side.
a loss of about a yard. Back near the midfield stripe. 7-1 Stampeders.
1-8.
Here's the blitz again, and Mitchell rolls and throws, knocked down by Kevin Fogg. Blanket coverage on Lamar Durant, no flag on the play, and so again the Stampeders will have to bring out their kick team.
Keep an eye on the matchup on the outside. Lamar Durant starting out. This is just a nice break to the ball to come underneath by Kevin Fogg. Good angle. Nice play with that left arm to come across without interfering with the receiver.
A little bit of a wind blowing today. It's behind the back of Maver. He's the leader in the CFL at doing that. Kicks inside the 10-yard line. This one might just be slightly outside it, but Maver's so good at that. Long field now for Matt Nichols. Didn't get the first touchdown strike of this game. That went to Strevler. Nichols, a bounce back week for the Bombers. They lead 7-0 in Cowtown.
41, tailback lead, Z-bar, about 1-on-1, ready?
Matt Nichols and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, who have not had much success in Calgary through the years. Successful so far in this first quarter, up 7. Andrew Harris bulldozes for 6 or 7 yards, the two highest scoring teams in the CFL. Make that Nick Dembski into the game now. So you'll see some Dembski, you'll see some Harris. As Matt Nichols goes to the sideline, do you think that Strevler is...
Ready? Bull, bull, bull!
See what he's got up his sleeve this time.
Yeah, going to be
Bull, bull!
stopped this time.
Go! 180! Set!
And Strevler is good with his feet, taken off. And Chris Strevler hightailing it up to the 35-yard line. A 16-yard scamper for the former South Dakota Star.
And I love the way within their playbook the Blue Bombers have continued to use the skills of Chris Strevler despite the fact that Matt Nichols has returned as the starting quarterback. Get the most out of his unique skill set.
Strevler, who began the season when Nichols was hurt and impressed. Nichols came back. He's 4-2 as their starter. Quick hitter near sideline and nicely snared.
4. Looks
by
like
Drew
4.
Olatarski. 6-yard pickup.
And Calgary Stampeder defense, it hasn't recorded a sack in either of its last couple of games. James Vaughter's amongst those looking to get that pass rush going. Mayor Thurman has been terrific at will linebacker. Trey Roberson returns at boundary corner alongside Brandon Smith, who plays his 150th game as a Stamp.
Andrew Harris is stopped on 2nd and 3. Trey Roberson meets him helmet to helmet. And it brings out the Bomber kick team now. Makes it 3rd and 5, a loss of 2.
Big play from Roberson. It's like Saskatchewan's Nick Marshall, another guy who was a quarterback in college. Kevin Glenn's alma mater, Illinois State.
Family day here. Great lineage from Roberson as well. The grandson of Hall of Famer Larry Highbaugh, who played so many seasons north of here in Edmonton. 44-yard kick. Pads are popping down there. Terry Williams on the return. Another good starting point for Bo Levi Mitchell. needing to get some points on the board. Only once has he lost 2 games in a row with his Calgary Stampeders. His team down 7-0 right now. Terrific week 11 it has been so far. Exciting finishes.
Go! 180. Wide hut.
Levi Mitchell goes to the backfield and the fake, and now Lamar Durant has tons of room down inside the 20, down to the 10-yard line for Durant. He was running wild. Tons of real estate for this former star from Simon Fraser.
Yeah, Lamar Durant working from the right side of your screen. Nice fake and look off there. Durant ends up in space. Battle of 2 former BC High School Players of the Year. Lamar Durant in 09, Taylor Loeffler in 2010, and Mr. Durant gets the better of that matchup.
Couple of shakes and a juke down below and inside that red zone. There's a penalty flag.
Time count violation. Calgary number 19. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Keeps them inside that red zone, inside the 20, but 5 back.
On Atlanta, ready? Stay alive out there, Lamar.
It's essentially first and goal from here. They could get it down to the 1, but
Atlanta, go! 180. 180 hut.
Mitchell looking to take this to the house. Jordan brought down by Santos Knox. 2nd and 8. Lamar Jordan, who has an outstanding of late, streak of 7 straight games with at least 5 catches per game. And the go-to guy.
All right, here we go. Rebel right, W slide, 62 scurry, Y flat, backside sink. On Atlanta, ready?
Yeah, Jordan was a guy who really came into his own last year and then battled a stretch of injuries. Kind of opened the door for Mark and Michelle's rise in that receiving core.
Ball far side, and the Bomber defense bends but doesn't break. Setting up a 3rd down, and that will bring out the field goal unit. Best the Stamps will do here is 3.
Lamar Jordan just working to the flat here. They try to create a little bit of a rub, a little bit of traffic for him, got him open, but the throw's just off the mark.
Rene Paredes, 15 of 16 on the season, the most accurate kicker in CFL history. This is really just a chip shot from inside the 20. Has made 43 of his last 45 attempts dating back to last season. He's been money in there. Stamps on the board now, down 4. Saturday afternoon, Western Showdown. Evans in the house, John Helton being recognized along with Herm Harrison in the Diversity is Strength campaign. Helton, of course, Canadian Football Hall of Famer, Grey Cup champion, one of the great rush linemen in CFL history as a Calgary Stampeder, and John Helton, the legend, is down with Jermaine Franklin.
That's Rod, and 10-time CFL All-Star as well, John Helton. What was it like for you to come up north to pursue your playing career in Canada?
It was a continuation of great college, and Herm Harrison was here, Bob Luke was here, Rick Shaw was here. A year later, Hugh McInnes came. So we had a lot of guys from Arizona State that made it like home, and then the guys that were here already welcomed you in like you had been there all your life. So that was fantastic, and it's never ceased to be fantastic.
In terms, you mentioned Herm Harrison. He is also being honored today in Diversity is Strength. Is that the strength of the league? And to be a pioneer of that, what does it mean to you?
Oh, I just think it's fantastic. You know, the best thing about our day was that we had phenomenal camaraderie throughout the league. When you went to Ottawa, you knew the guys. When you went to Montreal, wherever you went, you had a great time after the game was over with the guys. And I don't know how that is today, but that's one of the big things that I think we really had.
I'll sneak one more in there. You made a point to visit with Trey Roberson, the grandson of Larry Highbaugh. What did that mean to you, and what is it like to see the bloodline still in the league?
It's pretty amazing because I was thinking here we old grandfathers are and those young guys are coming, so I thought that was pretty neat. It was neat to see that.
Thanks for this and congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Great to see John Helton.
John looks like he could still play.
Darvin Adams looked like a little bit lame on that last play. Sean Simonize with the catch, but short there. It's the Hall of Famer here in Calgary, and of course the Canadian Football Hall of Fame. So played in Winnipeg with the Blue Bombers. He and Herm Harrison connected, both Pennsylvania products, both ended up in Calgary, both won Grey Cups. Late Herm Harrison, represented by his daughter here today, and Herm was such an important part, even when he finished playing, to recognizing players who came into Calgary.
What do you say?
For the great Stampeders. Great campaign, diversity is strength. This ball's gonna bounce all the way down to the 10. 63-yarder, flag down. Williams out of bounds. So it's a hold on the return. It's going to make the longest field now for Bo Levi Mitchell in this game. He's had great starting points, and that's been a feature of this Stampeder offense is through the last few seasons. Bo Levi Mitchell and their offense, thanks to their special teams and battles of field position, have had good starting points.
Yeah, a team whose success is built around the fact that they play for field position, quite frankly, take advantage of the accuracy that Rob Maver has as a punter. I know
We have 2 fouls on Calgary while the ball was in flight, holding Calgary number 87. That foul will be enforced from where the ball was caught. Illegal block, Calgary. That penalty is declined. First down, Calgary.
I know in this week's consultation with our man DT, you know, we look and see that the Calgary Stampeders punt in opposition territory more than any other team. It's all about that field position.
On Atlanta, ready?
Penalties, though, pushing them back. Again, you hear the speaker in the helmet. Play being called in.
180. 180, hut.
Mitchell from his end zone brings it back, and then it's tipped away. This Bomber defense frothing today. A lot of heat so far on Bo Levi Mitchell. Mike O'Shea with the conversation he doesn't want to have heard.
61 D Vertigo State, backside Wolf to the swing. On Atlanta, ready?
Fluttered away.
Nice execution on the inside. Stunt from the 2 Bomber D tackles.
Stamps need a first down. They may be thinking about giving up 2 if they don't. They go over the top. And another incomplete pass. Second 2 and out of his first quarter with 2:19 to play. So a decision time here for the Stampeders. This is going to be a deep kick. And this would give the Bombers automatic field position and put them in instant field goal position.
Yeah, and you would anticipate in holding, keeping with the play for field position philosophy, that you would exchange 2 points for an opportunity to kick off.
The guy on a tackle goes to force it.
They will give up the deuce.
Field position
They'll
back.
give it back to Winnipeg.
Let's get our field position back. Here we go.
Winnipeg team looking to bounce back from their loss last week, and for Matt Nichols also trying to turn some jeers to cheers.
I was over 10 minutes after the game, and I had people talk to me from across the league, and for me it was like surprising that people were messaging me because I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I didn't really care all that much. I mean, I've been booed before. We were booed in the second quarter. I mean, I've dealt with it plenty of times. I've completely moved on. I hope everyone else can get over it.
Hey, you're just normal left side here. Hey, Q1, Raider, ace right, zip. 5 fake toss on Q1, ready?
Said his phone blew up. He's been off social media, but a lot has been blown out of proportion. Look at this now. Matt Nichols going out wide. Bombers. Andrew Harris on the direct snap. They scored on a direct snap last week against Ottawa, but Nichols going out, play wide out. Now,
well, you know, I mean, the league put in these rules several years ago to allow for wildcat formations. This is one of the rare times where we've actually seen true wildcat, which means the quarterback on the field lines up in a different position.
Yard right, 375.
You see Matt Nichols coming out wide, and somebody else under center taking the snap, that being Andrew Harris.
they picked up 4. Nichols in the gun this time. Looks one way, now comes down the near sideline. And turning towards it, but unable to get there, was Wolotarski. So a 2 and out, a second for the Bombers, will also result in a punt coming up.
Well, this is what the Calgary Stampeders played for. You heard after giving up the safety, you could hear Dave Dickinson on the sideline telling his special teams, let's get our field position back.
Minute to go, first quarter. Microphones up today. One of our live mic games. 6-point lead. Justin Medlock. To the slight breeze, but he's had some success kicking it, bouncing it. Is it again? Oh, and Williams had to jump back on. Chandler Fenner downfield quickly to make the tackle. There is a penalty flag. A few flags in this first quarter. See if this affects Calgary once again.
Be no yards on Winnipeg.
Go, go. Hey, Rebel left, R slide, 32 Zeus, Kansas. On Atlanta, ready? Atlanta. Go. 180.
Oh, Levi Mitchell's 77th Canadian Football League start. Pulls it back and lets it fly. Jordan with a cutback. Fumble football. Taylor Loeffler has it. A gift. And Loeffler down near the 50. He wanted a pitch, Mike O'Shea did, but Taylor Loeffler, right place, right time, as Kamar Jordan coughs it up.
Get it back.
2 teams that force more turnovers than any other. Nice cut by Jordan here. And he lost it.
Winning the giveaway takeaway battle, a big part of how the Winnipeg Blue Bombers roll. Here their secondary does it again. Marcus Sales on the tackle, forcing the fumble. Taylor Loeffler, the free safety, comes up with the recovery. Return into Stamps territory.
Would have been a 33-yard gain. Instead, the first turnover, Taylor Loeffler. Fumble recovery, final play, first quarter barring penalty. They keep it on the turf. Andrew Harris swallowed up with the line of scrimmage. 15 down here in Calgary. Blue Bombers bouncing back in a big way after their loss last week. They strike first. They lead 9-3 after 1. The big bounce back bowl at McMahon.
This program may contain coarse language that could offend some viewers. Discretion is advised.
Hey, need y'all to bring that energy today, receivers. Gotcha. All right, need y'all to pick some people up right now. Let's go.
Nice throw.
Hey, stay straight with your mohawk. Yeah, stay straight. You got Alex backside.
Who's that home count on you? Win on 3. 1, 2, 3, win.
Great players show up in great games. All 12 show up every play. Hey, TSN over there like, damn, we can't use none of that.
Yeah, that's the stuff we can use. Of course, there is a mute button. Try to keep the language to a minimal. Not too blue today. Blue Bombers strike on the near sideline. Could you have played with a live microphone? Got some good stuff out of you, I think.
I was always, I think I kept it pretty G-rated.
Good.
Yeah.
Like you do now.
Still do. Yeah. Although we do have a disclaimer. There's a disclaimer. So I think we're pretty much free to roll.
Work left. 39 bar warp on 1-on-1. Ready?
Second quarter early on here. Bombers in the march.
Go!
After that fumble recovery by Taylor Loeffler. Sweep to the right. Ryan Langford. And we've used the last couple of seasons a lot of times on the return game.
I like that piece.
Numbers game this year for him. Hasn't been able to break into the lineup except when Weston Dressler has gone out.
Yeah, and definitely a good depth guy to have, Ryan Langford. He's been around the league for a few years, broke in with Saskatchewan.
R-shot, X4 on 1-on-1. Ready?
Allows you to maintain that dimension of speed that the Bombers like in that offense and fill Dressler's role.
Go!
Second down and 7. Nichols in the pocket, little crossing pattern for Langford's not getting to that first down marker. Because of Brandon Smith playing in his 150th game with the only team he's played for in the CFL. Calgary Stampeders, longest tenured Stamp right now.
Brandon Smith, productive player throughout his career, kind of an unsung hero in this Calgary defense.
I was really just staring at Ben.
Bombers look to add to the lead now. Justin Medlock, this is with the win. Ryan Bennett, the third-string quarterback, is the holder. Medlock puts it up, and with that left foot, bangs it through. 12-3 Winnipeg lead. Bombers off and running here in Calgary today. 9-point lead. Next week, Battle of Alberta, of course, in this province. Prairie Showdown with Saskatchewan, Winnipeg. Don Jackson up the middle for a 15-yard romp.
Stampeders thrilled to have Don Jackson, the speedster, back in their lineup. They missed the last couple games.
On Atlanta, ready?
His college ball in Nevada.
F cross fight, yeah, dig. Atlanta, go.
First year CFLer, Don Jackson. Bo now has to scramble. Looking for Charlie Power. Release valve there, couldn't find it. So now a second down play, likely throwing down for the Stamps.
All right, here we go. Chug, backside.
1 for
Rebel
5.
right, 62 Wyatt. Backside chug. On Boston, ready? Boston.
Second down conversion so far this afternoon. Hasn't been good. Trying to gain some traction.
180.
Hungry Bomber D brings the blitz. Here goes the ball. Completed again. Once again, it is Kamar Jordan. Right at the first down marker, it looks like. We'll have to see where they put it. It's at the 50. It's a first down. No, it will be before the 50. So it'll be third down.
Solid coverage on the play from Mo Leggett at that nickel linebacker spot, frequently facing the number 3 receiver to the field for Calgary, which is often Kamar Jordan's place.
They're measuring.
Ball will be moved back to the 52-yard line by the video official. 52-yard line.
They're moving it back to the 52.
What 50?
So this makes it a lot different. And they're still going to go for it, it looks like. It'll be 3rd and 2 instead. 3rd and about a half yard. Nick Arbuckle, Georgia State product. Short yardage guy comes in. Stamps have Been perfect on 3rd and 1s, 3rd and short, but this is 3rd and 2. Spreading it out here for Arbuckle, who's going to throw and completes it. Markin Michel with a first down, a clutch play from the backup quarterback. 3rd and 2.
Yeah, almost seeing the Bombers' big short yardage play earlier and raising the stakes, doing it on 3rd down.
Hall of Fame quarterback, 2 Hall of Famers as players who are coaches now on the sidelines today. Dave Dickinson and Mike O'Shea. 1st and 10. Mitchell. Jordan again, and almost a handful of catches again for Kamar Jordan. That's 5 now. So make it 8 straight games. 5 or more receptions.
They're playing off and inside. Don't get choppy.
Talk about changes made in the Calgary Stampeders lineup this year. Of course, Marquay McDaniel was always sort of the senior guy and the rock they looked to for that consistency. But, you know, I really think the development of Kamar Jordan is one of the things that allowed them to move on from some of their veteran guys, and McDaniel in particular in the offseason.
2nd and 4. Deep drop. Bow over the top. And a first down. Tavares Daniels lunges to the 30.
You're going to see the safety, Taylor Loeffler, among those coming on the blitz. He's off the bottom of the screen, left side of the defense. So the recognition that there's going to be an opening in the middle of the field, the Stamps take advantage of it.
Extra deep drop. W Bass.
Probably not worth it anymore.
Another first down, this time from the Winnipeg 30.
Go.
9.5 to go before halftime. Stamps haven't found the end zone yet. They go back to Michel. Does not count as a pass. That is lateral or pitch out. So it's a run for Michel. No gain on the play.
Bombers defense was very clearly waiting on that one.
Watch the ball!
So who to now?
52.
Jordan has been their go-to guy. Durant is at the top of your screen. Michel in motion. Mitchell escapes and decides to take off. Looks for the first down marker and has it. Something he doesn't do very often. Levi Mitchell scrambles out for the first down.
Yeah, that'll go down as just his 7th carry of the season. Initially, he attempts to step up. Recognizes he's got enough room to try and get that first down marker on the run. Good decision from the Stampeder quarterback.
Second time they bring it down to the red zone. 0 for 1 today.
Hey, huddle up.
Playing too high at the point of attack.
Here we go. New play. Flex the Fox left, W close. 34 zebra sub, wide Bass. All right, man, ready?
New play that was called in. 1st and 10 for the Stamps. And caught for a loss again is Don Jackson. Mo Leggett once more. And as Mike O'Shea told us yesterday, Mo Leggett, not the most vocal guy, just a playmaker.
Yeah, a guy who has always had a nose for the football wherever you play him, whether it's at that nickel spot, free safety, wherever he may be, he's likely going to end up around the football.
So another key second down in the red zone. Bombers already held Calgary to a field goal attempt earlier.
Atlanta, go!
Trying to do the same again. Mitchell near the end zone. Touchdown! Tavares Daniels finds the house.
Over 1. Give me the ball.
Over 2. Regular.
Quick 6 and a pair of quick 3s.
Hey, don't.
A nice read from Bo Levi Mitchell here. Looks like he's throwing into a tight window, but he recognizes that the linebacker in coverage, Ian Wild, has his back turned and isn't going to see that ball coming.
Low 62 save. Goal line strike.
So they'll go for 2.
On Atlanta, ready?
As they are prone to do. 5 of 7 on the season. Chance to make it a 1-point ball game.
180.
Just like
Mitchell, deep shot here in the back of the end zone for Daniels. No flag. No 2-point convert. Instead, a 3-point game.
Stampeders go 9 plays, 75 yards for the touchdown. Touchdown pass from Bo Levi Mitchell.
Tavares Daniels, Rookie of the Year 2 seasons ago in the Canadian Football League, has his 5th major score of 2018.
And you're going to see Daniels heading right down that hash mark. Mo Leggett starts off at the number 3 spot, but he's going to play the outside receiver as the halfback works out to the flat. Linebacker has to try and pick up Daniels down the seam. Ian Wild's a little late getting there. His back to the football. Bo Levi Mitchell recognizes that and threads the needle for 6.
Climbs the Stamps to within 3. Keenan LaFrance on the return. Let's go down to the sideline once again, and here's Jermaine Franklin.
Thanks, Rod. Defensive coordinator Devon Claybrooks was not at practice throughout the week this week for the Stampeders. He is dealing with a health issue that forced him to check into a local hospital. Now, details of his condition will remain private, but Dave Dickinson is hopeful that he will have his D coordinator back soon. The next man up mentality applies to the coaching staff as well as the players, and that leaves Brent Munson. He is the most senior defensive coach with the Stampeders. He's been with them a decade. He will make calls in coordination with Corey Mace and Josh Bell. And of course, our prayers and thoughts are with Devon Claybrooks. Get well soon.
Yeah, right you are, Jermaine. Corey Mace on the sideline, and wish the big man well. Devon Claybrooks, who has done such a great job from the field to the sideline as a coach.
Well, we know all about what he's done in terms of preparing his players
Party to
play.
right, Troy. 765, Denver.
That bears out in the numbers you see before you, but also a guy who I believe has prepared his assistant coach as well, sort of filled the void in his absence here.
Sure, he's watching today. He is missed. Nichols on 2nd down and has his man, and it's Wolotarski, former Gopher out of Minnesota. 18-yard gain. Big strike from Matt Nichols to number 82.
Drew Wolotarski, a 3rd-round pick in the supplemental draft in 2017.
Trip, ace left, 360, Z Swift on 1-on-1, ready?
Wolotarski has talked about joining the team last year and having to kind of pick things up on the fly, but he's really benefited from going through a full camp in Paul Rocklee's system this year.
Bombers on the move, another strike. Wolotarski again. His mom hails from Montreal, hence the national status that he has.
Vertical. He comes down, go and replace him. Elbow as well. We got a couple of those. Run, nope.
Nichols again, takes a deep shot, well overthrown, looking for his speedster Darvin Adams. Adams, who was nicked up earlier, came down with what appeared to be a knee injury. Looks like he's okay. Back in the lineup, and that's key for Winnipeg.
Back in quickly, good matchup over there. The 1st-year corner, Trey Roberson. Coverage. You can hear Dave Dickinson pulling for his rookie corner to go get himself a pick.
3rd and 1. This is a Calgary team that has been so proficient on 3rd down stops this season. 6 of them 3rd and short. Not this time as Streveler hunches over and stretches for the 1st down near the 45. Keep this drive alive. 4.5 to go before halftime.
And Streveler's going to stay on the field.
Ranger. Here we go. Ace right, 15 wide bar, fake sweep on one. Ready?
Beware the quarterback keeping the ball anytime Strepler's in the ball game.
They keep him in, and he does keep the ball, and it's a shot up the middle, so it will be a throwing down coming up. Hear that live, Mike. Take a few shots. Matt Nichols returns. Strevler retreats.
Is that equipment insured?
Here we go. Here we go.
I think so.
50 gopher, tailback choice, backside taco on one, ready?
Getting some great sound down there today. Here's Matt Nichols again.
2 man. Go! 120, Matt!
Sends out 6. And caught down near the 30-yard line out of the backfield. Mr. Two-Way himself is Andrew Harris.
You know, and the fact is, you like the matchup. Harris comes out of the backfield into that number 3 spot. He's going to end up working against the middle linebacker, Alex Singleton.
Here we go, hey.
He's in chase mode. He's got immediate outside leverage.
8 left, 50 hawk. Shoot, dolly, back. On one, ready? Hey, your hawk, Wally.
Pretty easy completion right there.
Last year's most outstanding Canadian, a 4-time CFL All-Star, the Winnipeg native. 1st and 10 from the 31. Nichols again fires, and Darvin Adams can't hang on as Roberson just chucks him down. Signal is on the sidelines. It's the 3-minute warning. Adams goes up but can't come down with a football. 12-9 Winnipeg in Calgary. Seen some interesting stuff.
Yard right, W up, 775, jet wheel, R Juliet for X, on 2, ready? Hey, boomer!
And heard a lot of interesting stuff so far. And obvious so far, 2 teams hungry after losses last week. Here comes the Stampeder blitz. Picked up nicely. Nichols now has to go, and he's going down. Jameer Thurman with the sack. Matt Nichols could not escape. First sack of the ball game.
Well, and for all the numbers that Jameer Thurman has put up in what has been an outstanding season for the Stampeders weak side linebacker, that is his first sack of the season.
Yeah, he's had a pick, he's had a fumble recovery, 12 special team tackles. He's had an outstanding year. This is Justin Medlock from the 45, just outside it. Medlock straight and through. Stands the lead back to 6. Back and forth these two go. Calgary's turn to respond when we come back. Medlock 2 for 2 today.
Game receivers, get on your blocks,
GM
man.
and coach and quarterback John Huffnagel move over, Huff. You were just passed by your boy Bo Levi Mitchell. Just passed the boss on the all-time list.
Yeah. Not necessarily a great career move, Bo, but congratulations. Hope you like your offseason pay cut.
Atlanta, go! 180!
Bo back at it now. Final 2 minutes before halftime. 2 great offenses this season. 2 stealthy defenses can bring it. And we talked about the factor before the game, that loss last week, and it's only 1 loss. Hey, it's the way these 2 teams lost last week. It has them a little angry coming in. Second down, 6 to go. First down here. Converted by Tavares Daniels.
Fire! Hey, rebel left! Hey, Africa Reno! Wide slot, here we go.
Hearing that speaker in the helmet.
Go high! Yeah. Wonder, baby.
Africa Reno the play. Hand off Jackson. First down for 5.
Hey, rebel left are on! on. 53 hot.
Second down and 5 now.
Puma. Puma.
The Stampeders, not normally a big no-huddle team, but obviously going fire here late in the half.
Mitchell unloads and snared by Jordan.
Can he make it out?
Tackled by Mo Leggett, his 6th catch of the afternoon. 23-yard gain. 90-yard performance already from Kamar Jordan.
Hey, wide glove.
Kamar Jordan has been absolutely terrific.
Here we go. Red. Go hot.
1st and 10. Mitchell pumps. Goes against the grain and dangerous toss that time. It'll be 2nd down inside a minute.
Yeah, first look was again to Kamar Jordan out in the flat. Coverage goes with him. That should open something up in the middle. That's what Bo Levi Mitchell tried to come back to. But Drake Nevis was there to get the knockdown right in the passing lane.
All right, here we go. Scramble to spread right. T-field. 5-3.
Calgary 6 for 11 on 2nd down conversions. A key one here.
Let's go.
Started slowly on 2nd downs today, but 5 of their last 6 have been successfully converted.
Landon, go. 180. 180.
Mitchell swings it out for Williams, and this is going to bring up Rene Paredes on 2nd down, incomplete. So the Bombers are going to get the ball back.
Stay on side. Stay on side.
Before halftime. Unless the Stampeders have something up their sleeve here.
I got it as forward.
This will be a 42-yarder for Paredes, the Venezuelan-born kicker. He and Rob Maver have formed quite a duo through the years here in Calgary. Maver does the holding and the punting. The hold is good. The kick is good. 3-point game again. Paredes, who came to Calgary and chugs one down back when Maver got hurt in his second season. Rob Maver came in as a kicker and punter. And kind of funny how that all worked. Paredes came in, got the job, and Maver stayed on as the punter.
Yeah, Paredes had been to camp with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
65 boost on 1-on-1, ready?
Didn't stick. He's an undrafted guy that year. Got the opportunity, as you said, with Calgary and has certainly made the most of it.
Yeah, one of the great kicking duos in CFL history, the two of them. Nichols has time. And Nick Dembski coming back to the football. And Dembski, who got off to a torrid start for the Blue Bombers, has kind of flatlined the last couple of games. Last week, just 3 catches for 14 yards. He's also capable of big things in the I formation on 2nd and 2. Wrapped up, ripped down. Garrett Davis lays the wood.
Work the clock.
Andrew
Let's
Harris.
go. Run it. Run the clock.
36
Run the clock.
seconds to go. 3rd down.
Run the.
Well, Dave Dickinson.
Pretty sure he wanted them to run the clock there.
Clock's still not running. Streveler's in. 3rd and 1. Streveler right side. 1st down.
Ranger.
Dave Dickinson wanted that clock to run, and
and
it gives affords them a few more plays.
Hey, run the clock.
Hurricane.
Wind it. Let's go.
Ball spotted.
Let's go.
Chance to get this in field goal position. Nichols has to dance. It's up for grabs. It's intercepted. Garrett Davis plays hot potato.
That took some determination to stick with that ball.
What a turn of events.
They'll take over possession in Blue Bomber territory. A huge turnover. Davis right on the right side of your screen.
How about that? Little tip drill to Garrett Davis. Rush end / juggler. And this is significant because it gives them 19 ticks on the clock. Dave Dickinson probably happy the clock didn't run down now because a pass away from instant field goal position and a chance to tie before halftime.
Go! 180! 180 hut!
Bo steps up, spirals it, and unable to hang on is John Breskison. So he still has time. They play this right for one pass to get it to maybe the 40. This will be a long kick right now. The furthest of Paredes' career, so.
All right, hey, double right flop. R slide, ugly 60 snake, backside chug. On it, Rainer, ready, let's go.
The one saving grace, the incomplete pass does stop the clock. Just spare them a couple of seconds here.
Go.
Need to get it at least down to the 45. And they'll get it to the 38. Perfect timing. Clock comes down.
This would make it about a 45-yard kick.
Well within his range. Paredes is coming out in the field now, and they're going to kick this. What a battle this has been. Classic Western showdown. Bombers and Stamps, and we could be all square at the half.
Hey! Make sure we're back!
Paredes will
Make sure we're back!
boot this from just outside the 45-yard line, it looks like. Final play of the first half. Kick is up and it is wide. Kevin Fogg is going to try to bring it out. And Fogg, who's already returned one this season on a missed field goal, will not return this one. But the Stamps, after all that, could not get that field goal to tie. And it's a 3-point ball game. The Bombers and the Stamps going at it here today at McMahon Stadium in Calgary. As we send it back to the studio, Calgary, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers lead the way. Here is Tavares Daniels, who scored the touchdown for the Stamps, with Jermaine Franklin.
Tavares, the offense got off to a little bit of a slow start to start that first half, but it looked like you guys were finding a rhythm. Is that fair to say?
Oh, for sure. I think that they came out a little physical, tried to get our run game going, and they made some plays on defense, and they got out on us early, so we kind of got out of our game plan a little bit. But we're back now, and hopefully we can keep it going in the second half.
Can you take us through your touchdown reception? It looked like Bo put it in a place that was just perfect for you.
Oh, yeah, it was just a perfect throw, honestly. Safety over the top. He couldn't have put it in a better spot. All I did was run straight, and he threw it back shoulder and caught it and fell in the end zone.
Thanks for this, Tavares.
No problem.
Tavares Daniels. Bo Levi Mitchell along with Dave Dickinson. Big showdown. Quarterbacks, the defenses that have risen up today. Calgary team trying to avoid back-to-back losses.
Yeah. I'm saying they 45 foot forward, so I figured they had to be dropping the end unless they were going 0 or man. And it wasn't man, so
It was cloud. It might have been, but he didn't because it's running.
Rene Paredes, who missed the field goal. Final play of the first half, otherwise we'd be tied at 15. Rare miss for the veteran kicker. Bombers fake the reverse. It's Langford, who was chatting with Jermaine at halftime and had the touchdown. Here comes Matt again.
And Matt Nichols, a solid first half, completing 60% of his passes. They look to open things up a little bit here.
They got Kodak. They got weak right, 64, field boost taco on Kodak, ready? Kodak. Go, 120 to north. Go, north.
Call back. Comes one into Wolotarski, who's been the busiest receiver for the Blue Bombers so far today. Fourth catch, the California native.
Well, with the field corner, Seontae Evans laying off a little bit.
Big Chris.
Nichols keeping the defense honest. Getting it out wide there.
Here we go.
Second and inches brings out Strebler again.
Fast. I wanted it.
Last time they had second and inches, that was back in the first quarter. They took a shot.
180.
Doesn't look like they're going to do it this time.
Great push, baby. Great push.
Likely won't work again after it worked one time. Fool me once.
None of that.
It was back in that first quarter when Strebler stood back and on second and inches found Ryan Langford.
Yeah, you heard the boys at halftime talk about the Bombers' continued use of Strebler, despite the fact that he's not their starting quarterback. They recognize they've got a pretty good weapon at their disposal and trying to take advantage of it when the opportunity presents itself.
California native had Nichols back in. Andrew Harris. Also heard the boys talk about getting this guy involved a little more. This is not new to Andrew Harris, not having a lot of success against the Stamps. He's had 19 100-yard games in his career, only one against Calgary. That was back in 2013.
Empty in right, 51, Taco T. Shaw, one-on-one, ready?
In 12 of the last 16 starts, Harris has been held to under 60 yards rushing. See if that trend continues here. Second and 5. This is where they might try to unleash Harris more. Is out of the backfield, Alex Singleton, this year's most outstanding defensive player.
You got to mark him back.
Side clock.
Dave Dickinson did not want the progress, wanted that pushed back.
You know what I mean? Push him back and then let him go. And
the chain gang moves, the yardsticks move.
Here, hold up.
And Dave Dickinson's suggestion is that the Stampeders let him go after the whistle went, that they've got to mark the ball where he was when the whistle went, not where his forward progress eventually did stop.
Go! White 20!
First and 10. Pulls it back and goes bombing. Darvin Adams just underthrown a bit. Otherwise, Adams was off to the end zone. Had to come back, kind of slow down for that football. He had a step or two on those Calgary defenders.
Darvin Adams, the lone receiver, initially aligned to that side of the formation. Play action, gets the defensive backs stepping up. But as you said, ball underthrown. Adams has to wait. That allows Roberson and Smith to recover and make a play on the ball.
Second down conversion time for the Bombers. Harris stays into block. Now used as an outlet. They can't get it to him as Nichols takes a shot. And the Bombers will have to kick.
With Micah Johnson, Junior Turner surrounding him. That's a tough throw for Nichols across his body.
Hey, Darv, we're going to make the one that counts that wins us the game. I know you will. All right, let's go.
Hey, you can get him D like you said, dog.
Affirmation there from Michael O'Shea, his star receiver. Williams from his 20 on a 43-yard boot. Couple of shakes and he's up near the 36-yard line.
What's the call here?
Bo Levi Mitchell.
They can take your goal.
Trying to put his team in front. Stamps have not had the lead today. Bo brings his offense back on the field. The penalty flag down. We'll talk about it when we come back. Off wins. Might have one today, too. And a good toss to Mark and Michel.
Oh, call that. Hey!
Kevin Fogg on him. Dave Dickinson wanted a horse collar or maybe even a face mask, not getting it. It's a long field to start for Calgary. There was a penalty on the return.
Yeah, this is a huge play coming out deep in their own territory. Third time in this ball game. Stampeders have started inside their own 25-yard line. We talked about how important field position is for them philosophically. That's a big play from Mitchell to Michel. Eat up some ground.
180.
Oh, Levi Mitchell closing in on 300-yard gain. Has to scramble and throws it to his bench. Throw away that time. The heat was on Bo Levi Mitchell. Texas gunslinger. Part of that Eastern Washington pipeline. Matt Nichols, who actually hosted Bo Levi Mitchell on his visit years ago.
Yeah, it sounds like the two of them had a pretty good time, by the way, as Matt shared with us yesterday. That have remained friends.
Are you the cheetah guy?
Bo decided not to go to Eastern Washington at the time, went to SMU.
Atlanta, go!
Then later went to Eastern Washington. Won the Walter Payton Award. Two great quarterbacks, former Eagles in this game today. Don Jackson corralled on the far side. Mo Leggett's there, Chandler Fenner, Brandon Alexander.
Hey, defense first always. Good eyes. Hey, back them up a yard and a half.
Mike O'Shea talking about defense first. That's been the game today.
Good job, D. Great job, D.
It certainly has, and I do believe that field position battle that we alluded to earlier, a significant part of Winnipeg's success against the league's #1 team.
Rob Mavert trying to use his foot again to assist in that field position battle. High kick collected at the 22, 54-yarder. Downfield quickly. Tunde Adeleke on the tackle. Kevin Fawn. 3-point lead for Winnipeg.
On which one?
We mentioned off the top, we've got two quarterbacks from the same alma mater going head-to-head today. A couple of former Eastern Washington Eagles, Bo Levi Mitchell, Matt Nichols. Mitchell, as mentioned, was a guest hosted by Matt Nichols during his recruiting visit. Initially went to Southern Methodist University, stayed in Texas, but when he had an opportunity to transfer, made that decision. Eastern Washington was the place, so he succeeded Matt Nichols as the Eagles quarterback.
Out of the backfield, Harris now rumbling, and Andrew Harris trying to get some traction with their featured tailback. With the passing game up near the 40-yard line, a 15-yard pickup. It is fascinating to see two guys, though, as we see this play by Harris.
And take a look at the Bomber sideline. They've got a cluster of receivers all together in that formation, then running in motion.
It's a quad pod. But isn't that interesting? And you know, this game has so many ties to colleges and Canada and the United States, but to have two guys from the same university, being so connected.
And two of the three to start games this year when you include Vernon Adams, who played most of his college career at Eastern as well.
They had a poll recently. They said who was the best ever Eastern Washington quarterback. Vernon Adams was #1 on that poll. Bo Levi Mitchell was about #3, and I think Nichols was 4. Now they play here in the CFL and doing great things. Dembski spinning. It's half the first down yardage.
Was Eric Meyer #2?
He was.
Yep. See, I've been studying up on my Eastern Washington quarterbacks over the years. Eric Meyer used to be...
Will and Mike both pushed.
He's on the CFL neg
so
list.
The Will push
Hamilton,
would have been pushing past Dart, but the Mike was pushing right to it.
Interesting, too, that field at Eastern Washington. If you follow NCAA football, it's a subdivision league that they play in. Division. Play on a red field at Eastern Washington. The Inferno, that it is called, Roos Field, coached by Bo Baldwin. A lot of great Eagles have played in the Canadian Football League. Williams, flag down. Check in with that when we come back. The defenses have really tightened the screws here. Kamar Jordan's been the go-to guy. Stamps need to get to that scoreboard. Down 3. 7:08 to go in the third. A guy who still has to live with last year's Grey Cup game in the memory bank, and the faux pas, of course, has been the hottest Calgary Stampeder out of the chute in 2018.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that sort of became what Kamar Jordan even was known for last year, and what was a breakout season for him. For the Calgary Stampeders.
Go. 180. 180.
Certainly erasing Any doubts that anybody has about his talents, Markin Michel. Brought down by former Stamp Chris Randall. That far side, and Randall, you know, he'd be amped up for this one today.
Yeah, Randall began his career with Calgary in 2012. And serving notice right there as to why he was a CFL All-Star in 2017.
Double right, 52 hot marker. On Atlanta, ready? Go get on him outside.
Another second down.
C-Ran. Great job, buddy. Follow it up.
This one's second in line.
Probably 4. Atlanta, 4. Go. Wide 80. Wide 80. Hut.
Sending out 6 receivers is Bo. Crosser over the middle and snuffed out again by Santos Knox. Crazy game here today. 2 teams came in, the top 2 offenses in the CFL. It's been the defenses that have held the fort so far.
There are a couple teams that, I think have really answered the bell.
Hey, as long as you got 12, stay in play.
Something of a marquee matchup.
Maver launches from his 25. The Bombers rolled into him. And there's a penalty at the other side. Is this roughing the kicker or contacting the kicker? That would be significant.
Well, I don't think Maver got his foot back down.
And a blow to the Bombers here, as a couple of them are coming in and rolled right into Maver. His leg extended.
There's 2 fouls on the play. The first foul is contacting the kicker, Winnipeg, number 2, no yards. Calgary, number 24, will go back 5 yards and replay 3rd down.
So a reboot here.
So less KT, I think. Let's see it on film.
2 great special teams minds on the sidelines
Unless you
here.
start spending more time on block points, you know what I mean? Where you always send the guys that you have faith.
Mike O'Shea, who's the head coach, has been a special teams mastermind through the years. Maver again. This time they set up the return. The side of his foot, kind of. Fogg. The Bombers will get a good starting point at the 40. And it's all defense here today. 15-12 Winnipeg.
Josh Allen.
Hey, if you're ready for Whale, if you got to come all the way across, right?
Josh is
party to
will be
week
on
left toy, 764, Haystack, our center, T Romeo, 1-on-1, right?
Tube tomorrow, and again, week 11, the CFL ends tonight.
Go!
Saskatchewan and BC. 3-point lead, Winnipeg. Nichols back to pass, gets hit, and then it's hit again, and the ball goes flying, incomplete, but he took a lick. Stayed on his feet. Nicholson.
Micah Johnson had a shot. That threw Nichols off enough.
Boy, 61, wide Lucy, tailback Owl, 1-on-1, ready?
He's held up there for Fuller and Urimawade.
Still avoided the sack. We've had a sack apiece. 4 receivers to the right, goes over the top. And Dembski. Once again, it's the veteran Brandon Smith.
Thought so.
Big game as usual here today. The longest standing Stamp.
Yep. They're trying to set up that screen. Smith just beats his block to come up and make the play.
21, okay, 21. Here we go.
Justin Medlock. Couple of good bouncing kicks today. Another one that bounds down near the 25, Williams. Talking about the NFL, talking about family day today, and Mark and Michelle Never too far away in his mind from his brother Sony. Terrific NCAA career with Georgia. And highly coveted in the NFL draft and picked up by the New England Patriots.
Yeah, part of that great 1-2 punch in the Bulldogs backfield with Nick Chubb. Both moving on to the National Football League.
Sony's a little banged up right now.
Yeah. He and Markin obviously training together over the years, pushing each other to their football success.
180! 180!
First down for the Stamps. Bo throws over the top. Big gainer here. Biggest play from the Stamps. And who else but Kamar Jordan at the receiving end. Over 100 yards receiving now for Kamar Jordan. 52 yards on that one.
Yeah, Jordan's going to line up in that slot. It's usually number 3. They go with formation into the boundary this time. So 3 receivers into the boundary, and he just gets Mo Leggett turned around. The great stems on that route. Turned him inside out. Beautiful toss from Bo Levi Mitchell. Pick up a big chunky yardage into Bomber territory.
7 catches, 142 yards. Mitchell, end zone, Markin Michel, touchdown. Bingo. And the horses gallop in front for the first time. Bo Levi Mitchell over 300 yards. Markin Michel, and I'm sure Sony is watching down south and has to be proud of Bro.
Yeah, terrific protection at the line of scrimmage. Markin Michel beats his man. Chris Randall getting inside position. Easy up for the Stampeder lead.
2 big plays. 2 teams who make the biggest plays in the Canadian Football League. Haven't had too many big ones today.
Yes, sir.
2 biggest came right there.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Kamar Jordan first. Big assist. Markin Michel scores.
And here you'll see he starts off with inside position, but a little stem outside there. Pushes Randall even wider, anticipating the corner route in this part of the field. He's got to honor it. Michel breaks it back to the inside, gets a little separation. Mitchell drops it in for 6.
And Bo Levi Mitchell to the heavens. And you know Sony,
hey man, root to the Qs, man. Miami Qs, man.
Is watching down south, getting ready for his NFL season.
You know, our bond is inseparable, man. You know what I'm saying? I talk to him every other day. And I mean, we just, sometimes we barely really talk about football. We talk about everything other than football. Throughout the years, I watched how much work he put in, dealing with injury, you know, having little minor setbacks in his high school career, and then going to college, dealing with shoulder injuries and things like that. You know, I never not once seen him give up or drop his head. He continued to work. I just can't wait to see him go out there and ball and show the world that how great he is.
Well, Big Brother's balling today. Brothers Michel. Sony's been watching his brother up north. Big Brother's been watching Sony down south. Great connection, family connection, and it is Family Day here today. And speaking of diversity as well today, come from Haitian heritage, league that has players from all over the world.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why. See, that's why I ain't scored. That weak ass step off is why you ain't scored. Hey, you need to go away and just do curls one on. Hey, I gotta chill.
I would have thought, though, that these guys, based on the relaxed touchdown celebration rules now, would have had something special.
I don't think
this is something. And they're talking about it this week. Now Matt Nichols looking to create an answer over to Langford. .2:14 to go, third quarter. Stamps have the lead for the first time.
361 Sparrow, all one-on-one, ready?
And the reason they've been able to vault back into the lead Their defense. Heavy pressure here in the second half. They're coming again. Nichols unloads. Darvin Adams has been quiet here today. Far sideline moves the sticks. First catch for Darvin Adams has been targeted several times. Former Auburn Tiger.
Here we go.
Yeah, almost had the deep shot
67
earlier here in the third quarter. Where the ball hung up a little bit.
Thank 40, we've heard the last from this guy.
Go! 120,
Nichols with ahead of Wolotarski, setting up the second down, throwing down with a minute 19 to go for the end of the third quarter.
Here we go. We got ace left. 65, Fido, Hank, burst on one-on-one, ready?
Let's see if this is something that can get some momentum for the Bombers.
Go! 120, hot!
Nichols, pocket closes. Harris out of the backfield, and a great tackle again from Jameer Thurman will prevent a first down and force the Bombers to kick.
Good. You're going to see Junior Turner on the nose. Comes up with the hit on Matt Nichols. Nichols felt that came a little bit late. Pressure up front. Great tackle in space from linebacker Jameer Thurman.
Madlock. And with the wind, there's hardly any wind though. The Stamps have the wind in the fourth. We're getting close to it. Bo Levi Mitchell has had so much success against the Blue Bombers.
Marking. Hey, W short in. 8 to 10, yeah.
And yet another 300-yard game.
Yeah, the first one, again, we talked off the top about him making his first career start against Winnipeg. That was his first 300-yard game against Winnipeg as well. It's been something of a trend. Now, the uprising that you just heard from the fans, they didn't like the spot of this ball on the punt, feeling that it had gone out of bounds outside of the 20, i.e. between the 20s, which would have been a penalty against Winnipeg. They spotted it essentially right at the 20. Calgary fans feeling that they let the Bombers off the hook with that one.
21 seconds left, third quarter.
The video official confirmed a spot on the play. There's no foul on the play. First down, Calgary.
Andre Prue, even though the fans are seeing something else, they don't have video replay.
Yeah, now they're booing the video officials.
Matt Nichols shouldn't feel so bad this week.
Go!
Some places they boo everything.
180! 180! Hut!
Laying it in, and Michelle
unable to hold on.
Unable to hold on, incomplete. One more play here, barring penalty, third quarter. It was a little high, but certainly Mark and Michelle normally comes down with stuff like that.
Hey, let's go. Hey, breaker. Rebel right, W side, Bomber 65, breaker. On Atlanta, ready? Let's go, run, you got Bomber. Bomber, hit it flat.
Well, a play called Bomber.
Atlanta.
Final
go.
play, third quarter.
180, hut.
Bo delivers again, a strike and no drop in that one. Mark and Michelle with a touchdown earlier. Big play to end the third quarter, 19 yards. Calgary didn't have the lead all game till late third quarter. They have the lead heading to the fourth. 19-15. Saturday afternoon classic in Calgary. Back at our live mic game on this Saturday in Calgary with Labor Day ahead next weekend. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers trailing now the Calgary Stampeders. Touchdown Mark and Michelle Both quarterbacks putting up impressive numbers here today. Defense has been the story, but Bo Levi Mitchell came in 9-1 lifetime against the Bombers. Matt Nichols has never beaten the Calgary Stampeders.
Yeah, he's had some close games and is in a very good position here going into the fourth quarter. Obviously, the Stampeders take the lead for the first time here with that late touchdown pass to Mark and Michelle. But it remains a one-possession game. Well-played game for both teams.
Stampeders, of course, through the last few years,
180.
from the powerhouse in the West, have been great finishers. Will they be able to do that again today as Jackson runs right side, finds a gap, and gets close to a first down?
Well, that first call might be a sign of things to come from the Calgary Stampeders in the fourth quarter. We haven't seen a lot of Don Jackson in the ground game here today, but as the Stamps look to eat up some clock and limit the Blue Bombers' opportunity to come back, anticipate seeing more of the same.
On Atlanta, ready?
Jackson, who in his first 5 games had 442 yards rushing with 2 touchdowns, missed the last 3. See if we see more of him. Mitchell, Daniels, Marcus Sales, right at the first down marker. They are going to mark him a little short. 9 yards on this play.
Drop back so quicker.
And I just like how this shows how the combination of routes works. You're going to see the swing here. That's going to pull the middle linebacker out of the middle in coverage. Opens up space in the middle to dump that ball to the receiver underneath. Which is Big Hill goes with Jackson. Opens up the middle of the field, and there's your spot. Nice complementary routes there.
Nick Arbuckle back in. Behind center, 2nd and 1. And he's not getting that.
No! Get in there!
Pulled back by Adam Bighill and Chris Randall. And unless they get a favorable spot, it would have to be right at the 50-yard line for a first down. Didn't look like he got it from here. Likely set up a 3rd down here. Yeah, it'll be 3rd down in inches.
Yeah, that spot's going to be pretty close based on where they put that ball down.
Short.
So 3rd and inches. Arbuckle will stay out. Manny Milanovic-Leiter comes in the game. Take Jackson out. Likely still an Arbuckle stretch here. Arbuckle right up behind center. And a pile up, but just enough. Got to get to the 50. He's over the 50. He'll get to the sideline. Up comes Bo again. 1st and 10 from the Winnipeg 49-yard line.
Well, Nick Arbuckle continues his clutch work with that short yardage unit. Saw him complete a 3rd and short pass in the first half.
61 divide, X drag, backside W cheetah. On Atlanta, ready? Look for Haas, look for Haas.
Stamps eating up some real estate here, eating up the clock too with the lead.
180, 180.
4-man rush. Comes one over the top again. Another crossing pattern. And what a day Kamar Jordan's having. Another day at the office.
Well, Mitchell does a nice job hanging in the pocket. Pressure coming from Craig Lowe.
17-yard pickup. 1st and 10 from the Winnipeg 32.
Go.
Momentum has really been with the Stamps in this second half. Mitchell in trouble, but delivers on the near sideline to Lamar Durant. Minimal gain. Give him 2 or 3. It's still going to be a throwing down here. Stage the Bombers looking to make a stop. Very worse, make it a 7-point ball game if Calgary gets the field goal.
Low corner, sit it down. R slide to rack right, W swap.
You're down,
Ugly, 60, dock R arrow, backside Farley.
They'll figure it out.
There's a reason Bo Levi Mitchell has this winning record.
Go!
Fourth quarter time.
180. 180.
Here's the blitz. Quick hitter. Daniels. Short of a first down. It's going to be short by maybe a yard and a half. They had to get to the, it looks like this is a real favorable spot now. It could be closer than that. To get to the 22. It looks like it's going to be marked around the 22 and a half.
Hey, Richie, we're not getting there. We're not getting enough pressure on him, right? I mean, that's why a little more time to throw. He's getting rid of it fast. Yeah, I get it. But that last Vega or whatever, he hung on to it fairly well, stepped up.
No, they're getting it. It's a first down.
First down.
Looking at that at live speed, I never would have thought.
That was a first down?
Yeah.
Richie Hall upstairs chatting with Mike O'Shea. That was interesting conversation about the lack of pressure right now on Bo Levi Mitchell. Getting the ball away quickly. Clock ticks. Close to 10 minutes remaining.
180. 180.
Again, a quick hitter and had Markin Michel.
Yeah, Michel looks almost surprised that the ball came to him.
You can hear Bo Levi Mitchell.
Come on, baby.
Can't believe that. Couldn't find him. Sure what happened there.
Hey, Boston. Rebel right, 60 tomahawk, wide dig, Z press, backside short walk.
Thought he had him.
On Boston, ready?
And Michel reacted almost as if he thought the ball was going to the other receiver on that boundary side. He was surprised when it got through to him.
2nd and 10. Key down, both sides. Free one here from Mitchell. But they're going to get the benefit of an offside call.
No. What did I come up to say?
Stamps got him to jump.
Offside. Winnipeg, number 93. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Still 2nd down and 5. This is a long drive for the Stamps. Keeping that Bomber defense on the field.
Bomber 65, W-dig, T-swing, backside X for
12th play of the drive.
Hey, let's go.
Impressive. Yet another drive that started deep in their own territory.
Eating up 5.5 minutes on the clock. Bo, and it's swatted down.
Why is he staying on the line of scrimmage untouched?
Bo Leggett.
Great.
With the knockdown.
Hey, back up. Back him up.
And after all of that.
Back him up. Back him up.
Yeah. If you heard Bo Levi Mitchell, he wants someone to step up in protection and take Mo Leggett, occupy him basically so he's not in a position to play that football.
So almost a 6-minute drive, dozen plays. The Bombers defense is able to hold and limit the Stamps to a Rene Paredes field goal. Still a 1-possession game, but the lead is 7. And Mo gets to Bo. Key knockdown here in Calgary.
Go!
The Winnipeg, Saskatchewan rivalry and Battle of Alberta. The unofficial point of the season where it really heats up in the CFL. Later tonight, Saskatchewan and BC, including Week 11.
Yeah. We got quads right, 764. Deep Vegas,
here.
deep check on 1-1, mate.
2nd and 8. Bombers offense has not done much in the second half. Nichols in trouble. He's sacked.
Well, much had been made. The Calgary Stampeders defense being shut out in the sack column over their last couple of games. But they seem to have rectified those issues. Well executed twist between Vaughters and Johnson that time to free up the big defensive tackle.
Another 2 and gone for the Bombers. Can't get any spark here offensively. Williams slips and then slides his way up to the 50-yard line. Great starting point for the Stamps. Williams is hurt. Live Mike game, and Micah comes up big. Wraps him up. Sack for the Stamps. Potential teammate. You and the Rock.
Would have been good times.
Good times.
Blood on Atlanta. Ready?
See you guys making a few visits to Nick's and Spalombos.
That's right.
Yep. He would have brought you in as an actor and ballers.
You know it.
180. 180.
The Rock, big CFL fan. He's here in Calgary at one time. Bo out of the pocket, chucking it out. Pass Mark and Michel, they can't connect. See, the Rock's been tweeting out with Wally lately. Coming in for Wally's last game.
That's right.
Wally Bono, of course, who apparently gave the Rock his big break by not keeping him with the Stamps.
61 chances, 5 returns. That's not good. Quick out.
Another big second down conversion. Stamps did not start well in this department in the ball game, but they've been good ever since. It's usually been Kamar Jordan. Let's see. Mitchell threads it in again. Guess who?
Times it's felt like he's the only guy on the field. Kamar Jordan. Good protection once again. Jordan finds a hole in coverage.
Right wing, X on, pistol, 831, H wham, force pass, 3
40,
X
he had a
blood.
monster game this season, 185 yards. He's at 181 right now in this ball game. Safe to presume he could be close to 200.
Atlanta, go.
It's not done yet. 6 minutes to go. Stamps to put the foot on the Bombers' throats. And almost.
Had it for a split second, couldn't survive that landing.
Mark and Michel. Edge of your seat play.
Well, this is a great effort on the layout. He's the middle receiver right down the hash. You see it kind of pops out as he's on his way down. It slips up into that sort of ice cream cone position. You know, he put that right hand down to cushion his fall. He might have been better off using the second hand to try and secure the football.
Throwing down again, the blitz coming. Bo Levi Mitchell. There's a penalty flag in the backfield. It's a hold likely.
What are we doing?
By the way, Bo Levi Mitchell today has tied his career high passing yardage at 384. Accomplished last year against Toronto.
To the face, Calgary number 61. That penalty's declined. Third down.
Bo could go for 400 here today. But it'll be Rene Paredes coming out to make it a 2-possession ball game, and that's significant. The Bombers had the lead for 39 minutes of this game.
Yeah, they came out swinging right away, throwing the pass on second and short to Ryan Langford for the game's first score on their opening possession.
The defense has done a job here, limiting the Stamps their last 2 drives to field goals, but it's their offense that just cannot get unglued. 45-yarder, Paredes, money again. 2-possession ball game. Stamps looking for their 8th win of the season. 5.5 minutes from that, Mark and Michelle, oh, so close to maybe a catch of the year.
And then when he comes, you're stepping back into
It's a game of numbers. See Bo Levi Mitchell get close to 400 today. Matt Nichols nowhere near that. One has never beaten the Calgary Stampeders, and one has only had one loss against the Blue Bombers. That is still up for grabs here today. See what happens. Bombers have been very pedestrian offensively in the second half.
Yeah, nearly 240 yards total offense. Some of Rod Black's friends in attendance today.
Many of my friends.
178 yards in the first half for Winnipeg, only 58 in the second half. You used to date Dora Explorer.
A long time ago. I was much younger. 191 for Calgary in the second half. 58 for Winnipeg. And Nichols one-hops it. 2 and outs aren't going to get it done here for the Bombers. Clock ticks under 5. And again, a team that came in tied with Calgary for big plays this season. Tied for first. Just have not had many. Credit the Calgary defense. Probably trying to win one today for Devon Claybrooks as well.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Their defensive coordinator absent today, dealing with health issues.
Medlock. This ball will bounce back. No yards call, the 5-yard variety. Williams is down. MLS on TSN continues tonight with a 2018 MLS Rivalry Week matchup. Toronto FC against Impact in a fight for the North. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. TSN 4 and 5 and in 4K. Great day in Calgary, fan day in the 4th most livable city in the world.
Winnipeg.
It's on my list.
Number 22, Winnipeg. A 5-yard penalties enforced from the end of the play and a first down cap.
Great city, Calgary. And Terry Williams is down again.
Williams took a heavy hit from Mike Miller on that return.
So now the Stamps look to use some of this clock. Trying to throw a knockout punch here. Don Jackson with a cut. Good run by him, close to that first down marker. 8-yard pickup.
Heard the teammates telling him stay in bounds, stay in bounds. They want to keep that clock running at this stage.
Yeah.
Trying to work the clock with the lead, but terrific cutback here. Watch as he bends it back to the left. Nice job by Derek Dennis to pin things inside. Kamar Jordan has had a monster day catching the football, had a great block up to allow that cut back that time.
First down here.
Boston. Go.
As we get close to the 3-minute warning, could be a killer blow to the Bombers. Might be a little shy of this. So it will be a 3rd down play. See where the spot is. Have to get to just beyond their 54.
Don't get in the huddle. Hoggy. Hey.
It's less than a yard.
Let's go. We got, Kings left, W fly, T-Jet. 15 feet puck.
You know what the problem is your stick back.
Miami.
3rd down. Really a foot to go to get over that 54. Arbuckle is pushed up. And you can even get a sense from the crowd, did they get it? And it might have been the surge, that second
close.
Surge by Arbuckle that may have got
It's going to be pretty close.
They're going to measure this. They had to get beyond the 54.
Biggie!
This could be huge for the Blue Bombers.
On the chain.
With 2:51 to get, and again, you could tell by the crowd that
like we should have a captain up there.
No one cheering at that moment. I don't think they got it. They didn't get it. They didn't get it. And the Bombers will get the ball back.
Yeah, for a team that needs 2 scores, a short field here to start the possession is absolutely huge.
Perfect all season on 3rd and short. At the worst possible time, they turn it over with 2:51 to go.
Shane Bergman, he gets pretty good penetration. Prevents Bergman from getting much surge. That's right where Arbuckle's trying to go. He gets bounced back.
50, taco T-shell, all one, ready?
Short of that first down, so the Bombers will take over just inside Stampeder territory.
Second turnover of the day by Calgary. Bomber offense, though, has been so quiet here in this second half. Just 58 yards. Add those yards to it. It's going to be a second down again. Second and about 5.
Bruins.
2.5 to go.
And the Bombers predictably going no huddle, but there's a Stampeder injury. It's going to slow things down.
I know you're thinking it right.
Manuel Davis.
No, my fault.
I understand what you're saying.
Nick, I should have told you.
Bruins.
What's that?
Dave Dickinson splitting with Nick Arbuckle. Thinking about even kicking at that point. We'll see how it works out, though. Nichols over the middle. First down, Winnipeg.
Well, Nichols stood in there as Alex Singleton
Flyers!
came completely unblocked on the blitz up the middle. Got a hit on the quarterback, but Nichols stands in.
Kenbrell Tompkins' first catch of the day. Nichols again firing and complete again. And suddenly the Bomber offense springs to life.
Curling!
2:23 to go. Wolotarski hauling it in.
Curling!
So a 7-point deficit. They get to the house. They have a kicker who has not missed a 1-point convert all season. Nichols on the roll. And Tompkins has been quiet all day as a couple of catches on this drive. 4-yarder.
You know, it's a subtle thing because he didn't gain any extra yards on the play after avoiding the tackle in the flash, but the fact that Kenbrell Tompkins hurdled the defender allowed him to get out of bounds.
See where they go to now. Wolotarski's been the busiest. 9 for 22 on second down. Might be their big play guy, Darvin Adams. Nichols down near that first down marker. And it is Wolotarski. And this is going to depend on the spot. It looks like it will be short. It'll be a 3rd down play for Winnipeg, who will likely bring in Strevler. The yard.
Big Chris! Run it! Andre! Run the clock! Run! Here we go! Shift to rocker! 11 wins fast!
Ongoing issue is Dave Dickinson feels that should be blown in earlier when the ball is placed.
Illegal procedure. Winnipeg number 57. A 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
So now
they just went on the go.
You're going to have to get your 2 scores. So
all right, here we go. We need 2 first downs.
Medlock comes out.
I gotta yell. It's loud out there. Yeah, I'm just saying.
This is 1 point that they need right now, the 3, and then they got to get the touchdown later.
And if you picked up the comments from the Stampeder bench, Dave Dickinson is telling his group, we need to get 2 first downs. Essentially, 2 first downs eats up enough time.
Timer, please reset the clock to read 2 minutes and 4 seconds.
To make it a 7-point game. Give Winnipeg still life with 2 to go. Medlock buries it. So mission 1 accomplished. Now, with 2 minutes to go, the Bomber D has to come up big again. How important is this game? Calgary, again, 7-1, first loss last week. Winnipeg has a chance to match Edmonton at 6-4. Don't forget Saskatchewan, BC later tonight. West is wild. So that's 6 points now off of turnovers today for the Bombers.
Make sure that ball stays in bounds. Make sure that ball stays in bounds.
Field goals
onside, right?
off turnovers,
No onside.
2 of them. So, heard Mike O'Shea. What's coming up here? Ball back, onside kick.
Who did?
Bennett. Just like, go.
Yeah. And anticipate the deep kick. You could hear Mike O'Shea telling Justin Medlock.
Watch out.
Make sure it stays in bounds.
Spreads them out.
He's mixing it up. Don't know. He's trying to keep Calgary off balance as far as where he's going, whether he's going short or deep, but this approach is deep.
And he won't kick it deep, and so they'll put it in Calgary's hands.
Yeah, they want to kick and cover and play for a shorter field for their possession.
Delicae now handling the return. So now it's up to the D for Winnipeg, and for Calgary's offense. Eat up this clock. Wind their way to victory. This game's had a playoff feel from the opening kick.
Hey, nosy tornado. Hey, fake W pass out of nosy.
Well, again, so the mission for Calgary here is to get a couple of first downs.
On Atlanta, ready?
And from this field position, a couple of first downs not only takes time off the clock, but puts them in position to pump the ball deep into Bomber territory.
Bowes throwing over the middle, and a big one. Kamar Jordan is spun loose. He's going to score. Touchdown, knockout punch, Calgary.
Let's go. Let's go. Let me eat, baby. Let me eat. Let me eat this shit.
68 yards. Bo Levi Mitchell over 400, first time in his career, and what a way to put him over 400.
Well, he goes over 400. Jordan's over 200.
Let's go. Now you got to hold it, Andre. Let's go.
Well, Kamar Jordan, if you're going to cover one guy, based on the day, that's the guy you got to be covering. Kamar Jordan, 249 yards receiving today. Bo Levi Mitchell sets a new career high, single game high, as he breaks the 400 mark.
So the horses and the ponies all on the sideline, and the white horses just paved their way to victory, it looks like. 32-18. As he drops it into Jordan. Look at the cut right here.
Good Bomber defenders over on the plate.
So despite all that went wrong with the Stamps in that third down play, and Winnipeg inching closer, Dave Dickinson will get the idea of what happened. He was running right alongside Kamar Jordan. Quarterback slash coach slash sprinter.
And I can assure you the quick peek back when he turned and looked back was to make sure there were no flags.
Hey, that's what we do, baby. We prevail. Stamps all day. That's another one. Emerson, we coming. Let's get it.
Well, that might be Kamar Jordan's new nickname all day, because he was unbelievable all day. It's a two-possession ball game. Bombers would need a couple of miracles here now.
And then reverse it to
a couple of touchdowns down, minute 35 to go, and a long field. Courtesy of that Stampeder kickoff cover team.
8 left, 360, alley thrush dove. On one, right? Go! White 20! White 29!
Nichols near the 25. 6 yards. And
Bruins!
whatever reason, Matt Nichols
Bruins!
just cannot get off the schneid when it comes to the Calgary Stampeders. Keep it going, but they're going to have to find the end zone. Then they're going to have to have an onside kick. Be successful. Not unheard of, by the way, in the CFL.
Hoss.
A long way to go here. Especially now. Goodbye. Touchdown. Garrett Davis. 2 picks by a rush end. 1 for a touchdown. Merry Christmas in August. That one was a gift.
Well, as the saying goes, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. The Calgary Stampeders are finishing this game with some authority. Situation where they could have just been running out the clock. Garrett Davis is off the right edge of your screen.
He's got good mitts. We saw it earlier.
Yeah. Well, the tip drill earlier makes the clean catch that time, stealing the attempted screen pass to Dembski.
Oh, Garrett Davis. Monster afternoon. I think I have an idea who your Nissan Titan player of the game is, but actually, if you had 3 of them, well, it's a tough pick right now. Can you give 3 guys it? We got Bo, over 4. Kamar Jordan, over 250 almost. And Garrett Davis. I mean, how many rush ends get to do what he just did today? And they did it with a lightning strike.
Yes. 14 points in a span of 31 seconds. Make what has been a close football game not close.
Don't go by the score. This was a tug-of-war for the most part. The move fell in on the Bombers in the final 3 minutes.
Well, let's get the quarterback view of what has gone on. Matt Nichols, you can see the way he kind of held up. He knew as soon as that one went out of his hand that was not the result that he wanted. His Eastern Washington fellow alumnus
and good buddy
Levi Mitchell.
They just didn't move.
He's a little happier with the outcome.
An outcome that after 3 quarters was very much in doubt. And suddenly, Calgary Stampeders storm to victory in the last 3 minutes.
Hey, you were great, but you tired as hell. You ain't never run that far.
You ain't never run that far. There were no pursuers either. Lonzo. Into LaFrance. Time will tick down here with a minute to go, so the Stamps will up their record to 8-1, erasing the bad taste in their mouth from last week, losing to Saskatchewan. Again, Saskatchewan plays BC later tonight.
Here we go.
Blue Bombers are going to fall to 500, 5-5.
We got ace left, 760. Ace left, 764. Denver Carp on 2-on-2. Ready? Boomer.
Everybody's getting ready for Labor Day. Bombers for Saskatchewan.
Calgary Stampeders
White 20.
do not often lose 2 in a row.
For a while there in this game, it might have seemed like Levi Mitchell might be on the verge of for the second time in his career, losing 2 games in a row. But the trajectory of this guy in the CFL, unprecedented, obviously.
8 left, 64 Jet, Y Romeo, all 1-on-1, right?
Hey, keep him in
Right
bounds.
player on the right team at the right time.
Keep him in
And knows
bounds.
how to win.
Shoot the
Just keeps
outside
winning.
leg.
Y20, Y20, done.
Matt Nichols stepping up now. Nick Dembski. Stamps are laying back here.
How about a crackback block?
44 to go.
Blindside block.
Homer's trying to get something positive
Bobsled.
for the plane ride home.
How about a blindside block?
You can hear both coaches here playing to the gun. Nichols for Darvin Adams, and large overthrow this time. Stamps, by the way, 40 have won 8 of the last 9 against the Blue Bombers. Dominated them in a big way.
I mean, you talk about Bo Levi Mitchell as a quarterback who knows how to win. He's playing for head coach in Dave Dickinson, who knows how to win, who's working for a general manager in John Huffnagel, who knows how to win. This is an organization that knows how to win, and the same goes for a whole lot of other guys down there in red and white.
Matt got pummeled, and you can see Nichols right into the face of Junior Turner, not too happy with that blow, and I'm sure the mics are muted after this.
Major foul, roughing the passer. Calgary number 7. After distance to the goal line, enforced from the end of the play, and a first down Winnipeg.
These 2 teams will meet again in October, potentially could meet in the playoffs. And Nichols a lot of displeasure. Turner kind of trying to explain himself. They'll still chase him down. Knock him down again. Nichols' head kind of snapped on that turf. Looks like he's okay.
Pretty good shot. I believe it was James Fodders that time.
We talked with Matt yesterday about, finishing games out, even though the game's in doubt. And I know there were a lot of people concerned last week, said, he shouldn't have been in the game. I think we questioned it, and why is he in? And he says, hey, if all my other linemen and everybody else is finishing.
The rest of my offense is out there, I want to be out there.
The slant, will they get in? No. 19 to go.
Certainly no shortage of emotion on either side. Coming down the stretch here, as you said, Rod, had a little bit of a playoff feel, just with the intensity and emotion right out of the gate. The lead up to this one.
Andrew Harris on 3rd and 2. Penalty flag down. May not be done here yet. Andrew Harris limping off the field as well here. Took a heavy hit. And this would be so costly if he was injured on this play.
Junior down.
Let's go.
Took a big shot to the side of his head.
Oh, we're offside, and we got 13 guys.
Offside, Calgary. That penalty's declined. Calgary had too many men on the field. We're going to go after distance. It's going to be first down Winnipeg.
Bombers trying to add some points here.
Hey, on the ball. Hey, Spitfire. Hey, Phil.
Nichols again from the gun. And Darvin Adams has the touchdown.
And you never know when a playoff seeding season is going to come down to a season series or point differential or anything like that. You got to keep playing right to the end of the ball game.
Touchdown the Bombers really could have used 10 minutes ago.
Hey, we got course right, X shave, 30 barb, wide front side edge on one-on-one. Ready? 30 downhill.
Probably hands.
Add 2.
Go! White 20! White 20, hut!
Keenan LaFrance with a 2-point convert.
Hey, way to keep competing. Way to keep competing. Hey, way to keep competing. Way to keep competing, fellas.
One final play to come.
Hey, way to keep competing.
Hey, protect yourself.
Matt Nichols.
Hey, that's...
The Bombers will try to use this late spark next week against Saskatchewan.
Is he on hands, though?
Well, it's time now for our Nissan Titan players of the game. Gave it to 2, Dwayne. Huh? Couldn't decide. Why did you make it 3?
Well, you know, they were working together. So Nissan Titan player of the game number 1 is the guy pulling the trigger. That is Calgary Stampeder quarterback Bo Levi Mitchell, who for everything he's done in his career goes over 400 yards passing for the first time in his career. And his leading receiver with a remarkable 249 yards on 10 catches. Phenomenal game for Kamar Jordan. So Kamar Jordan and Bo Levi Mitchell are collectively your Nissan Titan player of the game.
I like you because you spread the love in the world. You got to give it to Jagarrett. Jagarrett
Yes,
Davis.
big
give him a TSN
mention.
hat.
Big mention for Jagarrett Davis. You know, so I mean, we're gonna have to give out extra prize packages this week.
Brought to you by Nissan, official vehicle of the Canadian Football League. One play to come here. And the Stamps will go into victory formation. It's called rodeo rules in a town known for its rodeo as well. Fall off the horse, get back on, bounce back. That's what the Stamps did this week. A little tense for 3 quarters for the hometown Stampeders.
Hey. Yeah.
Victory, take a knee.
Go. 180. 180, hut.
And the Calgary Stampeders take the knee, take the win. Bounce back week. And how about Kamar Jordan breaking a record only appropriate on Diversity is Strength Day?
Yes, Jordan with 249, the old record of 237, held by Calgary Stampeder legend Herm Harrison, one of the men honored here today.
Smiling.
Fitting way to honor him.
Smiling today, Herm Harrison is. Honoring John Helton and the late Herm Harrison today. The Stampeders come up with a big 4th quarter effort. Last 3-minute effort. They move to 8-1. The Bombers fall to 5-5. Big one tonight, BC and Saskatchewan, and then on to Labor Day, everybody. So long from Calgary, where the Stamps ride high again. Here comes SportsCenter.